Good evening and welcome to Justeventonline News at 9. I'm Anifat Ismail. The news headlines. Tinubu's economic reforms making Nigeria great again. Akpabio urged West African unity, economic reform. Kwara celebrates 2025 World Day for Cultural Diversity with vibrant cultural showcase. National Assembly workers demand return to contributory pension scheme. States to draft new framework for local government autonomy. Minister says Nigeria spending heavily on border surveillance. NBA condemns compulsory voting bill. Sokoto unveils digital training center for Almajiri out of school girls. Now the news in details. The Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, has praised the ongoing economic reforms of the President Bola Tinubu's administration. He assured Nigerians that the renewed hope agenda of current administration is paving the way for a robust economic recovery. Idris spoke on Tuesday during the official opening ceremony of the Nigerian Public Relations Week 2025 in Uyo, the Akwa Ibom State capital. The minister appealed to public relations professionals to key into ongoing efforts and reforms to rebrand the nation's reputation and attract investors to the country. President of the Senate, Akpabio, has asked West African leaders to deepen regional integration, confront economic and security challenges head-on, and embrace a renewed vision of unity. Akpabio made the call at the opening of the first ordinary session of the Economic Community of West African States Parliament in Abuja. While addressing a distinguished audience that included the Speaker of the ECOWAS Parliament, members of the Parliament, diplomats, and other dignitaries, Akpabio said the region stood as a defining moment in its history. The office of the Senior Special Assistant to Kwara State Governor on Culture and Tourism, Honorable Eyumi Aramide, popularly known as Mukari, in collaboration with the Kwara State Council for Arts and Culture, hosted a colorful celebration to mark the 2025 World Day for Cultural Diversity, for Dialogue and Development. The event, held on Wednesday, brought together cultural enthusiasts, APC leaders as followers, and creatives in a display of unity through diversity. The celebration featured rich exhibition of the state's cultural heritage, including traditional dance performances and variety of local cuisine. Cultural shows from across the states showcased unique dances representing various ethnic groups, while local chefs delighted attendees with traditional dishes. Awards were also presented to participants for the best cultural dress, best traditional dance, and best local cuisine, in recognition of their outstanding contributions to the preservation and promotion of Kwara's cultural heritage.
Nini àyájọ́ àṣà tí àwọn olóyìnbó pè ní World Cultural Day 2025 gẹ́gẹ́ bí ayé tí a dì mú ni pé kí culture má parẹ́ olómú wà nílé láti organize nǹkan tí a pè ní ọdún àyájọ́ àṣà World Cultural Day 2025.
Honorable Mukari, who expressed his commitment to promoting cultural awareness and unity, applauded Governor Abdulrahman Abdulrazak for the opportunity.
Gómìnà deserve award Malam Abdulrahman because ipa pàtàkì tí wọ́n kó nínú culture àti tourism ní ìpínlẹ̀ Kwara lórí ọ̀rọ̀ àṣà àti ẹ̀dùn wọlé ni wọ́n tún jẹ́ pé àdókò aṣọ àwọn aṣọ costume wọn tuntun gómìnà wa tó fún aláyè láti pààrọ̀ ẹ̀ka sọ́ọ́dí tuntun àdóṣe ẹ̀ náà lé ní gbogbo ẹ̀ dàpọ̀ mọ́ àyájọ́ àṣà láti World Cultural Day so gómìnà wa deserve ju award lọ ṣùgbọ́n bá nínú ànígbé tó bá wà gbà bẹ́ẹ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ àdẹ̀mọ̀ta.
Also speaking, the Chief Press Secretary to the Governor, Malam Rafiu Ajakaye, emphasized the role of cultural dialogue in shaping a peaceful and inclusive society.
As Africans, we need to evolve our cultural legacies and merge that with whatever we may learn from anywhere else. But majorly, for instance, the culture of honesty, the culture of saying things the way they are, the culture of respecting people even while telling them the truth is African by nature. We should not lose our culture. The way we dress, when you go anywhere, whether you go to Harvard or you go to Oxford, you go to the US, something like that, bless the African way. Let them know that you are not English. If you choose to dress like an Englishman, you are borrowing the English way. There's nothing bad about that. There's nothing bad about that. However, they must know who we are. By the way, there is something called cultural imperialism, which we are falling into unknowingly as Africans. When we don't promote what we make, when we don't promote what is indigenous to us, indirectly, we are promoting other culture, we are promoting other economy.
Chairman of House Committee on Health and Nutrition, Abu Sheun Ogunloye and Olusi of Isaluisin, Oba Dr. Solomon Olugbenga Oloyede, posited that the strength of our future lies in embracing our rich cultural heritage and using it as a tool for unity and development.
Is the commemoration of the World Cultural Day, and here at the Kwara State Art Council we are celebrating that symbolic event, which is indeed a vehicle for national integration and development. My view about culture is that it is a legacy that can preserve our heritage, and it is symbolic in the sense that it is a unifying factor for the entire country.
The program to that tó ń fi hàn bí a ṣe jẹ́ ẹ̀yà tí a jẹ́ ibi tí a ti wá lágbàáyé kò yẹ kí a gbàgbé àṣà wa, kò yẹ kí a gbàgbé ohun ibi àbínibí wa. Àṣà ó bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti bí èdè, ìmúra wa, ìgbéyàwó, ìsìnkú, ìsayẹyẹ, àwọn ayẹyẹ bí ọdún ìtúnú àwẹ̀, ọdún iléyá, ọdún Christmas, ọdún eégún, ọdún Ọ̀ṣun, ọdún òrìṣà àti bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ gẹ́gẹ́ bí Áfíríkà.
We are already lost in transition. We are no longer here. Even many of us now cannot even define what culture is. We just know asa. What is asa? What is culture? Culture is the thing that unites everybody. It's a bridge. And like I said, you have the tangible and the intangible. For example, the tangible are the ones that you can see, like the dress, like the cuisine, the food they are preparing, like the art and craft and all those things. You see on the part of the mat, that's part of the culture, and those are some of the things. We call that one tangible from the one that you can see. We have the intangible. The intangible has to do with the language, the literature, the songs, the dances, and some other things. You can never see them, but they are there, and it defines everybody. Your culture defines you.
Workers of the National Assembly Service Commission has called for the re-enrollment into the contributory pension scheme 2 years after a law removed them from the scheme. Their demand was made known at the stakeholders' engagement session on the review of the Pension Reform Act 2014, organized by the House Representatives Committee on Pensions in Abuja. The clerk of the National Assembly, Kamaru Bulano, in a memorandum submitted to the committee, disclosed that the service was seeking to return to the CPS. The Federal Ministry of Budgets and National Planning has disclosed that State Commissioner for Budget and Economic Planning across the country are calling for development of a unified framework to guide the implementation of local government autonomy in Nigeria. In a statement issued by the ministry on Tuesday, the commissioners under the Community of Practice, comprising budget and planning commissioners from all 36 states, acknowledged the recent Supreme Court judgment granting financial and political autonomy to local governments, but stressed that the autonomy must be structured to be effective. The federal government, through the Minister of Interior, Olubunmi Tunji-Ojo, has said Nigeria invested heavily in surveillance and intelligence country equipment at the nation's border points. The minister disclosed this in Lagos at the regional workshop on maritime border security. He explained that Nigeria has advanced passenger information used to profile passengers coming into the country. The Nigerian Bar Association has strongly condemned a proposed bill before the House of Representatives seeking to make voting compulsory for all eligible Nigerians, describing it as unconstitutional, draconian, and an affront to civil liberties. In a statement issued and signed by its president, Afam Osigwe San, the NBA argued that the bill violates fundamental rights guaranteed under the 1999 Constitution and undermines democratic principles. The Sokoto state government has inaugurated a digital skills training center aimed at equipping Almajiri children and other school adolescent girls with relevant skills for the modern world. The initiative is in collaboration with the United Nations Children's Fund and supported by Elva Foundation. Governor Ahmad Aliyu, in his remarks during the inauguration, said the effort was significant to tackle educational disparity and promote digital inclusion among residents. We have come to the end of the news at 9. Has the recap of the story. Tinubu's economic reforms making Nigeria great again. Akpabio urged West African unity, economic reform. Kwara celebrates 2025 World Day for Cultural Diversity with vibrant cultural showcase. National Assembly workers demand return to contributory pension scheme. States to draft new framework for local government autonomy. Minister says Nigeria spending heavily on border surveillance. NBA condemns compulsory voting bill. Sokoto unveils digital training center for Almajiri and out of school girls. Thank you for watching Justeventonline News. At times, all you need is to leave your past behind and focus on your present with full, sincere mind. For more news, visit www.justeventonline.com and to read more updates, follow us on our social media platforms with a tab at Justeventonline. You can also send us an email on justeventonline@gmail.com. I'm Anifat Ismail. Good night.